I'm taking a strap. I'm strapped up.
What's happening? What was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Want to wish everyone season's greetings. This is the Christmas and New Year's. We call it New Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah.
Or let's call it the yearly roundup, the 2022 roundup.
Yeah.
Strap Season podcast.
Little
wrap up. I'm your boy Cam.
I'm your boy Flows.
And yeah, man, as I said, man, make sure, as usual, guys, head over to our Instagram, Strap Season Pod, or our Twitter, Strap Season Podcast. Link in the bio on both of those platforms there. That link will take you to where we're situated at streaming-wise, whether it's your Spotify, your Apple Podcasts, etc., YouTube, blah, blah. But yeah, as you can see, guys, well, once the visuals come out, you will see. But we're here in the studio, only right, year-end wrap-up, right, Flows?
Yeah, Strap Season Awards episode, highly requested, highly anticipated.
It's a crowd favourite, isn't it? I can't lie, we've got to be doing this. We'll do this every year. It's a crowd favourite, this year roundup for boxing. And Flows, what a year for boxing it's been, man.
Yeah?
Yeah? What a year it's been.
Yeah.
I guess we'll discuss in terms of comparing this year compared to last year and what it has been for boxing. But yeah, I guess we're just blessed to see another year. I can't lie. Blessed to see another year. Hope everyone listening is, enjoying the sort of the holiday period, spending time with their family, etc. But yeah, we've got to do what we do best. And we've got to come and talk boxing. And we're going to talk it for the entire year with these awards to give out. So, Flows.
Where do you want to start?
Without further ado, let's talk about Fight of the Year.
Fight of the Year.
Fight of the Year.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's start big. We'll go in.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Fight of the Year. This is an award we're giving out. It's a big award. Best fight that we've seen this year. And for me, Flows,
It's only one winner, right?
there's only one winner. There's only one. This ain't going to be much deliberation, I don't think.
Yeah, one winner.
For me, it's one winner only with this one. So simple. Katie Taylor and Mana Serrano.
Yep. Easy
work,
easy.
right?
Easy.
What a fight, bro.
One of the greatest in history, man. One of the GOAT fights.
Incredible fight.
Yeah.
Incredible fight. From the first bell to the last bell, sensational. Enjoyed myself thoroughly. Ran it back a couple times afterwards. It had everything. What do you want to call it? Okay, the only thing it didn't have was knockdowns. It didn't have knockdowns.
We didn't need it.
But we didn't need knockdowns. But in terms of competitiveness from both fighters had their moments where they were, in ascendancy, etc. Yeah, man, just gave me everything I needed to see.
Start to finish.
Especially as not only was this historic as well, the occasion, the atmosphere for women's boxing, etc. But the fact that this has been a hotly anticipated fight for a while now.
Yeah.
And you get with these hotly anticipated fights, it's a big letdown.
Yeah.
This one, I think we were so confident that this couldn't be a letdown.
Yeah.
We knew. So, yeah, man. Deserved it.
Both in their prime, genuine 50-50.
Yep.
Like you say, the occasion, the best fighting the best. This is what we want to see, and we got it. And it delivered. Yeah, sick fight from round one to the way it ended as well. Both in the centre of the ring, trading,
not trying to give an inch, bro. Not trying to back down.
You think someone's gonna drop the height they showed? Yeah,
crazy,
nuts. Both of them battered and bruised afterwards. They've really been in the war.
Crazy.
I'm glad we could agree from the off. And
the fact that it had I won't say it was a contentious decision, but in terms of there was discussions afterwards in terms of, oh no, she won. I'm happy about that. I'm happy because
it shows it's competitive.
It shows how competitive it was and how close it was. And these two women were literally willing not to give no inches. So I'm happy that there was discussions afterwards in terms of the debate till this day. Still raging in terms of who won that. So
the lawsuits going on.
Brother. So yeah, man, elite fight.
Yeah,
deserved the fight of the year. I didn't take long deliberating this one at all. Yeah, that's that one. Congrats to both of these women, Katie Taylor, Mana Serrano. You women have won the 2022 Strap Season Fight of the Year award. Hats off to you. Hats off to you, women.
Yeah, fair play. Any close contenders?
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say honourable mentions. Obviously, to me, they weren't. Obviously, I can mention them honourably, but and for me, it was easy to give the award to Taylor.
Yeah, facts.
But I thought Erickson Lubin, Sebastian Fundora was a war. I thought that was a sensational fight up until that ended. both that fight was stupid, crazy fight.
Yeah, that was back and forth as well.
Back and forth, both fighters getting dropped. Lubin actually was ahead on the scorecards before his corner pulled him out.
Yeah.
So it was a serious war. Shout out to Fandora. He broke him down in the end. And then the other one I have happened over here in Nottingham. Lee Wood, Michael Conlan. I thought that fight was the ending as well. Back and forth. The way Lee Wood was able to drag himself back into it because he was looking like he was getting wrapped up early doors.
Yeah.
Found that heart to come back. And then when we talk about dramatic endings, I don't think you've seen a more dramatic ending than this year than that, to be honest.
Yeah.
So
because Conlan was winning, right?
Conlan was winning.
On the yeah.
All we had to do was win that last round. Like, I think it ended in the 11th round. Was it 11th or 12th?
12th round.
12. He dropped him. Conlan got dropped in the 11th round.
Yeah.
So all we had to do was see out that round.
Yeah.
And he's a champion. And Wood found something and knocked him out the flipping ring. Man, crazy ending. Yeah. Crazy ending. What a win for Wood in Nottingham. Down as well. Hometown favourite. Crazy
Dropped
ending.
badly early on, Lee Wood as well.
He did get dropped. He was getting wrapped up early doors, bro. I can't lie. I'm there thinking Michael Conlan is a class above this guy. I actually think Conlan is a better fight anyways. I do think,
for real.
Not to disrespect Wood, but Conlan I kind of rate highly.
But it's boxing.
But bro, anything can happen. One punch can change a fight, as we saw. So, boom. Yeah, I think that was those two were my honorable mentions. But again, levels below the Katie Taylor Mansour fight. I can't lie. Just like gas and everything. Yeah. Do you have anything else on your list?
Yeah, I had Wood and Conlan as well. I forgot about Lubin and Fandura.
Okay.
Honorable mentions, which fights I enjoyed, but once again, nothing that compared to Taylor and Serrano. I will shout out Babbage versus Borski.
Yeah, I consider that one as well. That was a war.
That was enjoyable.
Yep.
Charlo v Castano 2 was enjoyable.
Great fight. Yep.
Hart Castano showed, and obviously Charlo this time was more
change his tactics.
Yeah,
change his game plan. Last time he was trying to box and but this time he was happy to sit in the pocket and
he came with the aggression this time.
Yeah,
and I want to shout at some of the fights that we kind of requested. We want to see Buatsi in with one of his contemporaries.
Yeah.
Fort Richards, that was a great fight.
Yeah.
Chamberlain versus CBS was a good fight.
Yep.
What else did we have? I'll shout out Shields and Marshall as well. It was a good fight.
Good fight.
That was but to me, Shields was piecing them up. People thought it was closer than I did. But yeah, those were some good fights this year, and which I think we need to give praise to anyway, at least. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Chocolatito Estrada 3 as well.
Yep.
Got a shout at them, man.
Yeah.
Of course, because they've been doing their thing every time they get in the ring. So yeah.
Absolutely.
But yeah, one winner.
Easy peasy winner. All right, cool. Next, flows. This might be a bit tough. I don't know, actually. We'll see.
Yeah.
I want to go over to Upset of the Year.
Ooh.
Upset of the Year. I've got a few here.
You got a few?
I've got a few here.
I've got one which sticks
But there's two that stick out for me.
Okay, you go. Let me hear yours.
Okay. So, let me start with the ones that I'm not expecting to win.
Yeah.
So, Chris Colbert, I don't know if you know Chris. You know Chris. Yeah. He lost to that Hector Garcia guy. Came out of the blue because of the fact that Chris Colbert is a highly rated American prospect who they expect to go very far.
Yeah, a few prospects got smoked this year.
And he got battered by a random Latino guy. Yeah. Let me not do him disservice. He's not a random Latino, but a guy he was expected to beat quite comfortably for the title eliminate, I believe it was. And yeah, this Garcia guy smoked the hell out of him. And we haven't seen Chris Colbert since. No. But yeah, he's highly rated. Miguel Burchelt lost to the Namibian Nakafila. That was a big shock.
Yeah.
Burchelt, who he was coming off a loss against Oscar Valdez.
And who beat Nakafila recently as well? Someone beat him. Anyway, yeah.
I think someone did beat him. Yeah. But this was meant to be a kind of, because obviously Burchelt had just come off the Valdez loss, the Valdez stoppage. So obviously this was kind of like the get back for him to get back on the thingy. And then this Nakafila guy smoked him from pillar to post. So that was a huge upset. And then the two, these are the two which I think are the front runners for me.
Yeah.
And I lean towards a particular one.
Okay, I think we're about the same one.
So We've got Dimitri Bivol versus Canelo.
Okay. All right.
Dimitri Bivol versus Canelo, I think for most listeners, Flores, I think they're going to think that is the upset of the year.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you why, not for me.
Yeah, it's not for me either.
Not for me either. But I think in most boxing circles, Flores, casuals, etc., publications, they've got this as being upset of the year. I don't think it is, personally.
Well, we said it.
But I'm putting it in there because I understand why. I understand why you got it in there. But for me, my personal winner is Jaya Pataya versus Maris Briedis. That for me is upset of the year.
Yeah.
And
keep it a buck. I'd never heard of Jaya. I've seen his name, but I've never seen him fight.
So yeah, let's explain why. Maris Briedis is a long-term cruiserweight champion. Who's been campaigning at cruiserweight for a long time. He's been the class of the cruiserweight division ever since Usyk left. We can say that Briedis has probably been the class of that division. And to be honest, up until maybe Joshua 2, you probably say that Usyk's toughest test in his career has come from Maris Briedis. When they fought in the Super Series, Usyk went to Latvia and beat Briedis, but boy, did Briedis give him a hell of a fight. Yeah. It was a close fight. Very competitive. Briedis is a 6'6" fighter. So when they're telling me that he's got a defense against his Opataya brother, who I'd never heard in my life, ever in my life, I promise you, and I know a lot of boxers. Yeah. Never heard this brother. Gone down under, cool. And then I didn't watch the fight live, but I'm hearing he lost. I'm thinking, rotted. I've then gone to watch the fight, and I'm seeing the way he's lost. I'm thinking, rotted. Absolutely smoked. Yeah. This Opataya brother has come out of nowhere and absolutely smoked Briedis, who's the best in the division at the time, to be honest.
Like the man.
The man.
The man to beat.
I said, yeah, fair enough. Fair. That is incredible. So to me, that's why I've got that as upset of the year.
I'd agree.
Now, to talk about Canelo Bivol, I understand why most boxing people have got that as upset of the year. Yeah. But that's because they don't know boxing. Because we said on this pod,
time.
To be honest, okay, look, no,
time.
It is an upset because it's Canelo. He hadn't lost in 8.5 years. Had just absolutely obliterated the super middle division. Looked untouchable at middleweight and super middleweight. You're there thinking, yeah, it's another easy work for Canelo. It's Canelo. But the reason we were saying that on the pod was, Bivol is not food. He's very, very good. He's a superb boxer. And forget that. He's actually a light heavyweight.
Exactly.
Like, Canelo can't keep doing this. He can't keep going up and up and up. Eventually, he's going to run into someone that's just too big and too good. Or just too big and too strong.
And this is a champion at that weight as well.
Huh?
This is a champion at that weight. This ain't just food. This is the top two.
This weren't Rocky Fielding. That's what I'm saying. It weren't like this weren't a finished Kovalev.
Yeah, this is the top two in the division.
So yeah. So for me, it wasn't massive an upset because of the fact that I really rated Bivol.
Canelo was the favourite, by the bookies, by most.
Yes.
But also the reason why people keep doing Canelo's got this tag that he's a great cherry picker. We've said it as well. Yeah. That he's a great cherry picker.
Cherry gone wrong.
But people say, that means because they weren't calling for a Bivol, they were calling for a David Benavidez, they were calling for Charlo, they'll say this must be a cherry pick. It's not no cherry pick. Canelo's actually chasing greatness, like actually chasing greatness. Bivol's no cherry. And because people weren't familiar with Bivol, they thought, he must be a cherry because Canelo's going down that route. Yeah. He must be an easy pick. Bivol's no easy touch. So why everyone was saying, Canelo's the favourite, Canelo's going to beat this guy, we were saying, I said the only way Bivol's losing if they rob him. Yeah. I said that's not what they're going to do. But I understand why it's an upset of the year because most people had Canelo the favourite. We didn't. But shout out Bivol for
announcing himself.
Doing his thing. Now everyone...
we're going to talk about Bivol later because,
Now I've seen everyone interviewing Bivol and that. But I've got a few others to mention as well, because...
but just to clarify, for you, is Opataya Briedis for you?
That's number one. Because
so go with the rest of your honorable mentions.
Someone I've never heard of or seen fight.
It was the fact the way he did it.
He spoke to him.
It's a way, bro, easy work.
Easy work. Announced himself, easy work. So that's definitely number one. Yeah. The others, because there have been a few upsets. Yeah, there have been, Tony Yoka v. Martin Bakoli.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
because Tony Yoka was
huge upset. That's a massive.
Bakoli bagged him up.
Battered him.
Bakoli bagged him up, and so Tony Yoka was like, that was like a hype train derailed kind of situation. And this was like Joker's first real test, Olympian.
Yep.
Yeah, so upset the apple cart there with Martin Bacoli. And I guess Galahad's Maxi Hughes, I thought, obviously, Galahad was moving up 2 weights.
Yeah.
But even then, Maxi Hughes...
Yeah. I think that's justified to be on the list.
So I was like, that's a bit of an upset, and Galahad might as well call it a day. He's finished because he's been smoked twice now.
Yeah.
And I think we might discuss this later down the line, but John Ryder upset the apple cart a few times this year. His most recent ones against...
With Zach Parker.
And then Danny Jacobs, he got the decision against as well. So those were 2 upsets for John Ryder. Now he's put himself in a Canelo shot.
Title shot,
So a few upsets, but the big one is out of nowhere, out of the blue, Jao Pataya.
From down under.
Smoking Bradis.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So listeners, I can see why a lot of people are leaning towards Bivol Canelo being upset. I guess from a casual perspective as well. It's like, you never heard of this Bivol guy. And to be honest, he did it quite easily. I was watching Bivol Canelo. I watched it back again the other day. Just because I fancied, because I had nothing to do.
That might even be a shout for fight of the year.
I can't lie.
I enjoyed that one.
Bivol, it was kind of easy for him. I can't lie. It was kind of easy for him, his peak. Like, he was outlanding Canelo every single round, more or less. I think apart from maybe like 2 or 3 rounds, he didn't outland him. But yeah, man, it was kind of easy for him still. Like, he could have gone up another gear, I feel like. And that's just not calling Canelo watch. It's just that stylistically, Bivol was totally wrong for him.
Yeah, Canelo ran out of ideas that fight. You can see it.
Because Bivol was like a bigger version of Canelo. Almost. So like,
Canelo was confused. You see him doing jumping jacks, trying to get him out of his legs, trying to do whatever he can to psych himself up. He didn't know what to do.
He shouldn't see that man again, man. And that's like I said, no shade to him. Just again, you've run into finally you've bitten off too much that you can chew. It's too big of a gap. And Bivol's not even a big, like we keep stressing, he's not even a big light heavy. But he's too big for you. Simple. You're 5'7", bro. Just know your limits.
Yeah.
But shout out to Jao Pataya for getting upset the year. I look forward to seeing what you've got for us next year. As you said, that cruiserweight division is very stale. Yeah. So I don't even know what I'm going for. As you that time when we pulled up Gumalerion's SUV, and that's how that division stinks, man. So hopefully that division might have something for us next year. Yeah. It needs something.
I hope so.
So I'm trying to see some form of unification or something. So
definitely.
Yeah, Pataya though, we're on to you now. We know about you. I want to see more. This will be a fun one, Flows. Male and female fight of the year.
Oh.
Should you start with the men?
Yeah, let's start with the men.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got quite a few on my list here.
Yeah, there should
but
be.
I've got a clear one still.
You've got a clear one?
Yeah,
okay.
But
say your list.
Devin Haney.
Yeah.
Bam Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Naoya Inoue.
Mm-hmm.
Alexander Usyk.
Okay.
And the person I'm going to give it to, Dimitri Bivol.
All right, nice. Yeah. I like that. I would say as well, actually, I would have said Shakur Stevenson because...
Yeah, I contemplated putting him on there.
But I think him missing weight for one of those fights kind of...
Yeah.
But that's those... In terms of performances, in terms of what he done in the ring, unreal.
Yeah.
The truth.
Yeah.
Showed himself to be the truth this year.
Oh, yeah.
But Devin Haney, of course, getting undisputed, but Kambosos was light work for him from the get-go. But the fact that he actively went and done what he done, shout out to him and everyone ducking him as well. Mm-hmm. Who else did you say? Bam Rodriguez has been doing his thing.
He's had a crazy year. He's come out of nowhere, to be honest, Bam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big year for him. Who else did you say?
In a way.
In a way.
I think for me, it was tight between Inoue and Bivol for me.
And Usyk obviously.
Usyk obviously done. He's come back from what he's done.
True. But Bivol. I like having Bivol there.
Do you have anyone else on your list, preferably?
It was
apart from Shakur.
No, I had the same as you, Devin Haney. In a way.
Yeah. So obviously, in a way, has undisputed up that division.
Yeah.
Started the year with 2 belts, ended with 4. Superb. I think what gives it to me for Bivol is just the fact that he's really announced himself now as a boxing star, to be honest.
Yeah.
With that, and he's fought 2 elite opponents.
Yeah.
Beat Canelo handedly, and really, really announced himself as raw.
Schooled Zerdo, man.
And then what he did to Zerdo Ramirez, crazy. Zerdo's not a bum, man.
That was meant to be like, a banana skin.
50-50.
It was meant to be,
50-50, bro.
legit, like, 50-50. Zerdo could do something here.
Trust. And it was so easy for him. You said Canelo was lost. What do you think Zerdo was doing? Befuddled, bro.
Yeah.
Completely schooled Zerdo.
He scored 2 world-class opponents.
Yeah. Really announced himself. And just now, the way people are, obviously, if you go from top of the year till now, you see the way people are talking about Bivol now, in terms of he's on the tips of everyone's tongues.
Yeah.
They're chasing him. They're calling him out. You saw that video of Charlo trying to, force a fight.
Charlo's a bozo, man. 2 weight classes apart.
I haven't seen Jamal in ages.
I knew he was burst. I knew he was burst.
So seeing him, even him, like he's now trying to chase the Bivol trade. Like the way he's announced himself is just superb. Fully stepped out of, because when we think of the light heavy division, let's be real, it's Beterbiev that's on most people's names. I mean, most people's tongues, right?
Yeah.
Understandable.
Because of the KOs.
Because he knocks out everyone.
Yeah.
People love KOs. Casuals love KOs. Cool. And it was always Beterbiev. No one really spoke about Bivol's name, to be honest. They even forgot that he was another champion there. Yeah. Now, I would say he's turned it around, and he's now the one that they're talking about when it comes to the light heavy division. They see him as the best now. Yeah. Even though Beterbiev has got 3 of the belts.
Yeah, they see him as the favourite in that one.
Have they got him as favourite now?
I think so. I'm seeing like...
That's a crazy turnaround, bro.
I don't know about the odds in terms of bookies, but I'm seeing him being discussed as, he's the slight favourite.
Mad.
And before, like, we've been in tune with Bivol. Yeah. And now I'm just seeing people rushing to interview Bivol. It's true. Like, they always want to get the camera in front of Bivol. Mm-hmm. His English ain't fantastic, but he can. But before, they would have never interviewed Bivol. Yeah. They weren't trying. The only person I've really seen interview him was Eddie Setback. Yeah. From time. And that's because he's been like spying around camps or whatnot. Yeah. Like, Setback always gets the inside scoop of being inside the camps.
Yeah, he does.
So yeah.
Shame he wasted it.
Yeah, asking silly questions.
Asking dumb questions.
Who's got a nicer chain?
How much does that cost? Bozo.
Anyway, but yeah, now people are really trying to sit down and chat to Bivol and ask him his opinions and whatnot, what he wants to do next. So yeah, like you say, announced himself as a star this year.
For real, man.
One fight he won handily where he was underdog. Another fight he won handily, which was meant to be a 50-50. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to him. Easy win.
So, but that's a great list. Like I said, all them man that I've mentioned or you mentioned have had a superb year. Let's not get twisted. They've had an amazing year. Yeah. And achieved great things this year. But yeah, I give it to Bivol on that tip in terms of the way he's announced himself, who he's beat, who he's fought, and who he's beat. Superb, man. Great year. Yeah. Let's go into the women. I actually think the women, again, I've got a clear winner in mind. Okay. But I think it's a very, very good crop. Yeah. Elite crop I've got for the girls.
This one's a lot harder still.
I think it's hard. It's harder for me. It was harder for me, but I've got my winner.
Really? Who do I have here? Okay, should I say mine? Let me say mine.
Say yours.
Okay. I've got the standard 2 names we always feature because they keep doing their thing. Yep. Katie Taylor. Yep. I think 2 wins this year. Yep. One in that mega fight with Serrano. Yep. I think that was undisputed. That fight was for undisputed, no?
What, the Serrano fight?
Yeah. Okay. Oh no, she was defending. Was she defending undisputed?
She was defending undisputed.
Okay, she was defending undisputed. Yeah. Done a thing there. Clarissa Shields in a mega fight that's been talked up for 10 years. Yep. 10-year beef, ended it in superb fashion. Another historic card. Yep. All women's card. Undisputed again. Next I want to say is Natasha Jonas.
Absolutely.
Natasha Jonas for me moved up 2 weight classes, grabbed the belt, unified again. Yep.
Facts.
That's
3 fights, 3 belts.
3 fights, 3 belts in a weight class 2 divisions above what she was fighting at.
Sensational.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
Like, no one's really doing that.
Yeah.
In both, like this year, no one's really done that. Like going around collecting belts. That's what Canelo's tip last year.
Was doing, yeah.
That's what Canelo was doing. Now she's going around collecting belts. So for me, that would be my pick. As
interesting.
Yeah.
I've also got on my list Chantel Cameron.
Yes, to be fair, I wrote it down. I forgot about it.
I've got Chantel Cameron because she also became undisputed this year.
And beat another
pound for pound great pound for pound, top fighter in the women's game. And I've also got Alicia Brand-Gardner in there as well.
Okay, yeah.
Again, obvious reasons, became a champ. No, she became a champ last year, but she defended this year.
Yeah.
And then went on to unify in a serious grudge match against Michaela Mayer. Tough fight, close
Underdog
fight.
again.
Huh?
Underdog as well.
Underdog again. She did it. She got it done. And so, another great year. And she's another one that's, when we talk about profile raisers, she's really raised her profile this year.
Yeah.
Shout out to her. See, for me, it was tough between Tasha Jonas and Clarissa Shields.
Yeah.
And I gave it to Clarissa Shields.
Okay.
I gave it to Clarissa Shields because, again, what she did this year in terms of, not only became undisputed, again, for like the fifth time. I don't know how many times, but for like the fifth time she's become undisputed.
That's a record.
But she defended one of her belts, obviously, and then had that grudge match against Savannah Marshall, an opponent that's plagued her for, so her only loss in the boxing ring.
Yeah.
From day. Only person she's lost to. This has been a grudge fight for 10 years plus, right? They've been going at it. You can't imagine, Flo's, the energy and time expended, because she puts a lot of energy and time into these beefs. Yeah. And she's put a lot of time and energy into this. And
she's still putting time and energy.
To this day.
Go on Twitter right now.
So, brother, to do that and to go and perform the way she did, bearing in mind she was in her opponent's backyard, crowd against her, all week she's had to hear about this, about, when she gets clocked hard by Savannah, she's going down, all that kind of stuff. And you was there, as you said. For you, you said it was a boxing lesson.
Yeah.
You said she schooled her.
That's it.
You said it was. I had it closer to you, but you were there live, bro, and you said you thought you saw an absolute schooling.
Yeah.
To do that and to get everyone's respect. I mean, she already had people's respect, but to do that and that sort of stage, for me, is why I leant towards Clarissa Shields, to be honest, as the Women's Fighter of the Year. Yeah. But it was, like I said, what Tasha did was crazy.
I will say as well, to add to the Clarissa thing, remember this fight was postponed, so she had to make weight once, come over here, then come back again, and do what she done. But the thing is, we've always said about Clarissa, when she puts forward her points as to why Savannah's not on a level, it all makes sense. It all makes sense. Yeah. And then we saw the night why it makes sense.
Yeah, all valid points.
To me anyway, we saw the night why it makes sense. Like, Savannah's been using her name for, like, she knows what pushes her buttons, and she's been using that. And yes, anyway.
I think for me, Clarissa has now reached, she's at the peak of the sport.
She's completed
in that sense. Because she can actually retire now from boxing. There's no one left for her to fight. There's no one in the women's game left for her to fight. She's, three, like I said, I'm not even joking when I said she's about 5-time undisputed. I don't know how many times she's
I think it's three.
I think it's 3, actually.
3 times, in 3 weight, in 2 weight divisions or 3?
Yeah, 2 weight, I think it's 2 weight classes. She's undisputed. But she's literally done nothing. And like I said, to dispatch your rival, again, let me stress again, Savannah Marshall is elite level. Yeah. We had her on a prospect list last year. Yeah. Savannah Marshall was that good. So for her to do what she's done, and for me, that's why I give a nod to her. I think I would have given it to Tasha if Tasha got all 4 in the space of the year, then I have no arguments. Yeah. But for me, I'm strongly in my Clarissa Shields camp because of just who she is, and I guess the profile she's raised her profile even more as well this year. So that's what I can give it to. Clarissa.
The reason why I said Natasha is because
Clarissa, we mentioned her bare time.
Yeah, we know what Clarissa can do. Yeah, like Tasha was moving up 2 weight classes. Yo, are you sure? kind of thing. Is that you sure? Yeah. And like these they were much bigger than her. Yeah. I remember we've seen, this is Natasha's 30 something, 38. 38. And to pull this out the bag now, like no one kind of really.
No one expected it.
Yeah, people thought she was finished because she lost early on in her career, and then she got the draw versus Harper.
Yeah, and then Harper, one of them was a loss, wasn't it?
Yeah, she lost to Katie Taylor. Yeah. She lost
to Katie Taylor, but then
she lost time ago to someone.
Oh, okay. The Harper thing was. I thought the Harper thing was it was a draw. It was a draw. It should have been a win for her.
She should have won.
Yeah.
So she's kind of come back from that.
Yeah.
And it's Like the whole thing was her chasing to become world champion. Remember?
Yeah.
Like it was like having title shot slipped.
Yeah.
Against Harper, title shot versus Taylor slipped.
Yeah.
Then she moves up 2 weight classes and starts collecting belts.
Yeah.
Like no one kind of expected her to do that. So that's why I put in a mix. I'm happy to give it to Clarissa, to be fair, because I think that's a bigger scale and the level of opponent.
It's just the historicness for me, Flows. Yeah. I can't lie.
And I think that's fair.
Yeah. Again, no slight to Tasha, because like I said, those were the clear 2 front runners for me.
Yeah. But
just on a history perspective, a history tip, similar to Katie Taylor and Serrano, we gave it the history tip as well. Historic. And just, it's a perfect crowning moment for her, I think.
Yeah.
So I think for me, yeah, I'll say we go Carissa, to be honest.
Yeah,
bro.
close second, Tasha. I'm happy with that.
Yeah. Wonderful year for women's boxing again.
Let's say it, bro.
Straight. It's better than men's boxing.
By far.
Facts. I
might start shouting. By far. Put men's boxing to shame. Like,
yeah,
it's
man.
2 different sports in a minute.
Yeah, man.
One's full of fighters, the other's full of bozos and ducks.
Guys, duck,
tweeters. joke, man. And there's actual fighters.
The women, they tweet and then they go and be about it. Bro, they go and make the fight happen.
Like, listen, like these lot will start the beef the same year and get it cracking that year.
Fantastic, man.
Like, we don't need to say. Anyway, we'll get to it because all the fights we wanted to see from last year.
Listen, we're gonna run through it. Don't worry about that. I've got all here.
Okay,
We'll run through everything. Don't worry about that. But yeah, another amazing year for women's boxing. It goes from strength to strength. Again, each year keeps improving. I can't wait to see Wagwan next year in terms of fights for women. Yeah. I know it's gonna be good. We might, who knows, for us, we might see some rule changes finally in terms of longer rounds and all that kind of stuff. We might see it. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, watch this space. All right, this one, Flows. I actually don't have a clear winner. I'm torn between 2. But yeah, let's get this. This is KO of the year.
KO of the year.
KO of the year.
Oh yeah.
As always, Flows. It's, every year we always see some wonderful KOs. Always, we always treat some beautiful KOs.
Yeah, tough one this year.
And I'm gonna run through the ones I've got on my list.
Yeah, hopefully it's the same.
I'll run through the ones on my list. I'll tell you the 2 that stand out for me that I personally liked a lot.
Yeah.
So, I got Wilder Hellenius.
I can't lie. I hate that one.
You hate that one. I know you hate that one so much. I hate that one. Because mine threw the punch in the wrong fashion. It doesn't make sense. Flows, we saw the damage.
Hellenius' eyes were lost.
Fam, crazy KO. Just from the angle he threw the punch.
Yeah, okay.
Nuts. Don't make sense.
I hear that one.
Tank versus Rolly.
Yeah. Was it like a check hook you hit with? Or what did you hit with? Yeah.
Check hook through the rope. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what my front runner number 1, Joe Cordina versus Kenichi Ogawa.
Yeah. What's that? The 1-2 right hand ball.
I think it was just a 1 punch. I think it might have been 1 punch. No. Yeah, it might have been 1.
Yeah.
Fainted and then pow. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Cordina versus Ogawa. I've got Wood versus Conlon in there.
At the ropes.
My second front runner that I really like, Caleb Plant versus Anthony Durrell.
Cold.
I'll tell you why that one is so cold.
Left hook that folded him.
But so the shot to the body and then left hook and then the celebration. Yeah, we'll talk about the celebration. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Fam, what?
Yeah.
Crawford versus Avanesian. Recent one.
Yeah.
That's a cold knock, I don't care.
Yeah. I forgot about that
and another recent one. Chris Billen Smith versus the Albanian.
Yeah.
Where you had them going down Windows installments. But yeah, my preferred 2 out of those 2, Cordina versus Ogawa and Durrell versus Plant. And if I'm being honest, I really like the Plant one, man. I think
I prefer that as well.
Because the setup was perfect. Because first of all, the fight was a dud.
Yeah.
Terrible fight. But obviously, there'd been a lot of needle between both of them. Plant was vexed. Plant wanted to take this guy's head off from day 1.
Yeah.
And the setup, Flows, we know Plant's a superb boxer. The setup was sick. When he obviously hit him to the body to get him to there. And then obviously that left him open for the left hook.
Yeah.
Boom. Lights out. My man's eyes were glossed over.
It was finished.
He couldn't move.
Slumped.
Plant, taking out all his frustrations, they did the shot, digging his grave. Referees jumped in each other.
He carried on.
He carried on. Just everything about it was sick to me. Sick to me. So that's why I think I favored that one overall. The Cordina one was massive as well because it's interesting because both Cordina and Plant are known for being big punchers.
Yeah.
They're both not punchers at all, to be honest. So for them to pull that out of the bag, Cordina was fighting for the world title in his home ground, Cardiff.
Yeah.
So obviously crowd's buzzing already.
And it was like a real step up for him as well.
Best opponent he's ever faced. Obviously, Agawa is a good champion. And yeah, the 1-2 out of nowhere, he's hitting with that big shot.
Second round or something.
Second round. Early doors,
Yeah,
bro. Early doors.
Slumped him.
No
No one expected that.
Agawa couldn't move again. Just completely out of the blue. Dirty knockout, bro. Really, really dirty. But I just think just overall the gas around the Plant one for me makes me lean towards that one.
Yeah.
But those other two, try to think out of the list I gave. Obviously, Tank Rolly was gas. Obviously, gas. Because Tank, that whole fight was hilarious as well. Because Tank was talking the whole fight and just not being serious.
Yeah.
And Rolly was in his. I think Rolly was in his head, to be honest. And Rolly was chatting smack to him.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tank got it last year, man. We need to. Like, I swear, Tank got it the other year with Santa Cruz.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago, maybe?
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Tank TV, Tank's already gotten the award. Let me give it to Caleb Plant for me. I'll say the Plant one.
I like the Plant one because there was the whole thing where Darrell was saying he'll never get little white boy.
Yeah, smoke him. Yeah.
We'll never lose to a white boy or something like that. And people have been questioning Plant's power.
Yep.
And yeah, he goes and pulls that out of the bag.
Yeah.
Which was cold. I pretty much had the same ones as you.
Okay.
As well.
Apart from Wilder.
Yeah, apart from the Wilder one. Because we expected that from Wilder as well. We expected him to stop him in the first round, exactly that. Cordina, we didn't expect it.
Nope.
CBS's was good because you getting the breaks beat off him early doors, and then pulls that out of the bag. But it was meant to be a nothing opponent, I think.
Yeah, it wasn't meant to be a tough opponent. We were best surprised at how game the opponent was.
Wood Conlon was good.
Yeah, dramatic.
Yeah, dramatic, and at the time I didn't see what the shot was,
bro. So really hard
slipped.
to see.
He really slipped. Slipped him. So that was dramatic and good. But I like the Caleb Plant one and the celebration as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what's
a good hook finish. Is
for
nice
me as well. Flows. The setup was beautiful.
Yeah,
the body shot first.
Yeah,
to attract attention and then boom out of nowhere. That's what sold it for me.
Yeah.
The setup, and then celebration was icing on the cake for me.
Yeah. The celebration was cold.
So what, we in agreement there?
Yeah,
Plant Darrell.
Sick. I like that one.
Shout out to Caleb, man. We always say it's a cold.
Who'd have thought Caleb getting the KO of the year?
Bro, never would have thought.
I mean, it weren't like it's the row okay kind of thing. It was just like he's gone. He's gone. Like it
hey
like
man, Caleb Plant is a cold ass white boy, man. We say that he's actually a goon.
Yeah, he is.
So shout out to Caleb Plant on that one. Beautiful shot. You take home the Strap Season Knockout of the Year award for 2022.
Yeah.
We'll see more knockouts next year. Obviously, he's got a huge fight first quarter of 2023. We can't wait to touch upon that one when the time comes. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. All right, Flores, we'll probably get on to one of your favorite awards.
What's that?
Robbery of the Year.
Yeah. That's a fan favorite.
For me, I think there's a clear winner on this one.
There's been a few this year.
There's been a few,
but yeah, there is a clear winner.
I think it's a clear winner for us.
I think that was the title of an episode. It might have been the title of the episode. Yeah,
bro. Jack Catterall, Josh Taylor, right?
Yeah.
No disagreements there.
Might as well chuck that in upset of the year as well because really truly, it should have been the right result. It should have been the right result.
It could have been, yeah. No, I don't think there's any arguments there, bro.
Yeah, that's the winner.
That's easy the winner. It sucks
crazy
because do you know why I feel so sorry for Jack Catterall? Because he might never perform like that ever again. That kind of thing can really ruin you as a fighter mentally. You train for so long, so many postponements, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, postponed. You moved. You steps aside
bro,
and whatnot.
He's waited 2 years of his life, damn near, trying to get this fight on. Finally gets the fight, performs out of his skin. Bro, as I'm not even a fighter, it hurts me.
Yeah.
It's painful.
Yeah, that one was agonizing.
I was so hurt for him. Mentally, that could destroy you. And what makes it even worse? They're finally running it back, but he's only fighting for one of the belts.
Yeah, he's meant to be undisputed.
So after allowing all these other fights and unifications to happen so that he can fight for the 4 belts, gets robbed. What's his reward? Yeah, here's a rematch, but you only get one piece of the pie. That's a joke, man. That's a joke thing.
They should the belt should be his.
All of them.
The belt should be his.
All of them.
He should be the man of the division.
Flipping joke. So
to even shag it even more, like when they were calling, because Josh Taylor vacated a few, when they were calling for, what's it called? When they ordered the fights for the belts, he went in the mix.
Yeah.
They were saying Zepeda, Ramirez, Prograis.
Yeah.
They were saying everyone else but him.
Crazy.
When everyone knows it should be his belt. So yeah,
Boxing's done them dirty.
That's one of the worst.
And Flores, I wouldn't be surprised now if we go and see Josh Taylor smoke him. I would be. That's the way. That's the way the sport can work, and how sad it is, how deep it is. So, yeah,
because it was that much of an upset. We were saying, yeah, we like Jack Catterall, but there's no way.
There's no way.
There's no way.
Sorry, Josh Taylor is levels above his brother.
We got that one badly
and the
wrong.
way we from the flows, I think from round 1, I said that, bro, I've got it completely wrong. What's this I'm seeing?
Yo, I didn't watch it live. And my boy was messaging me. He was like, "Oh yeah, who's gonna win?" And I was like, "Just take this, just killing this." And I didn't watch it. And he was messaging me. He was like, "Yo, I've got it 4-0." I was like, "What?"
And
what?
he dropped him. Remember, he dropped him.
Yeah,
as well.
he's like, he's dropped. I was like, "What?" I was rushing back.
Yeah, bro, crazy.
I was out. I rush back to try and catch it.
Crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm hurt, man. I'm still hurt for
that
him,
one
man.
was sad because I remember the talk. I was furious with boxing at that time.
Yeah.
I was like, this sport's finished, stupid. There was talks of investigations.
Yeah.
That one was easily upset of the year, upset of the century, maybe even a bad one. But
yeah,
robbery, should I say? Upset robbery, huge robbery. What was the scorecards? They get was it all 3 judges?
No, it was SD. No,
SD. Okay,
yeah, it was an SD.
Yeah,
still bad.
stupid.
Yeah, still bad.
That's the clear winner. The other ones. Do you have any other ones you listed?
Yeah, I got others. Thing is, for me, it was easy not to make these the winner because of the fact that you can watch these other fights. When you watch them, they were, to be fair, close fights, and it's like, okay, you can see a case as to why so and so won or so and so won. Yeah. Whereas for me, Catterall Taylor, it was so clear as day that Taylor lost that fight. Yeah. But I've got Jermaine Franklin and Dylan White in there. Yeah. I've got Teofimo San Martin in there. Yeah. This is a funny one. It's not, you might not know, but a guy called Hector Valdez versus Max Ornelas. They're up and coming fighters. But basically, Valdez got the W when he probably won 2 rounds. The other guy smoked him. But yeah, they shagged the other guy. And then I've got Loma Ortiz in there as well. Yeah. But again, those other fights, apart from the Hector Valdez one, but the Loma, the Dylan White fights, and the Teofimo fights were super close. So you can see a case of the other guy winning. Yeah. But yeah, I thought Taylor Catterall was night and day. Catterall won that fight.
Yeah. I remember thinking, what's his name? Franklin beat White. I thought that. I wouldn't call it robbery, but yeah, I can see these were fights where you thought the way fighter deserved more. Yeah. In a sense, like Ortiz as well deserved more. The one I will say as well, Danny Jacobs versus John Ryder, I thought was a straight robbery.
For Jacobs?
Yeah, Jacobs won.
Yeah, okay.
Jacobs won. I mean, there was he kind of let it slip towards the ends, but there's no way you're giving.
I remember.
Ryder.
I remember. I was just pissed off. I was vexed of Jacobs for that because I thought to myself, you can't be going live.
But you're not giving him more than 5 rounds.
Yeah,
it's what I saw.
Okay.
You're not giving Ryder more than 5 rounds or whatever. I thought Danny Jacobs was robbed in that fight. Close, maybe too close to call it robbery, but when you can't see someone getting more than a certain amount of rounds, I think it was 4 rounds even, not even 5. Then they can't win. Like really, truly, they can't win. So I'll put that as close seconds. The others were close fights. I thought Franklin beat White. I've said. I'm not sure if I gave Ortiz the fight versus Lomachenko or not. I might need to watch it back or re-listen to what I thought. But yeah, there have been some fights which are a bit shaky on the judging, as always. Yeah. As always.
Yeah, man. You know, it's really my mood again, talking about the Taylor Catterall thing, man.
Yeah, that was sad.
It's actually so sad, man.
And the rematch is meant to be March next year, so it's been delayed for so long.
Yep.
It's a shame. I hope Catterall does it.
Yeah.
And I do hope he becomes the man of the division. That division's getting harder, not easier.
That's the thing.
That division's getting harder, not easier. So I feel sorry for him. But
yeah,
I really hope he shows that, this is me. This is my level, really and truly.
Horrible shagging that. Yeah. Terrible shagging.
Be a great story if he comes undisputed.
Yeah, it's not even a congrats thing. It's just, unfortunately, you guys were involved in the fight, in the robbery of the year. But that was a robbery.
Broder's about to get in that division, and he wants he wants Prograde.
They say Prograde. Oh, we'll get him out of the way.
Get him all out the way. Let's start knocking the wall.
It's the way he said, get him all out of the way.
First off, I want Regis. Of course, get him all out the way. How can you say that about Regis Prograde? Get him all out the way. We just might stop you, big man.
like he's some faded fighter. Brother, stay far away from Regis Prograde. That's my advice to you. He will stop you.
I would love Broden to be back in that division, man. That division is the best division.
You missed him, innit?
I missed him badly. So 140 is exciting, man. Cat will get Josh Taylor on out the way and then go get the other belts if you can, because
we're going to talk about actually now. This is a nice segue flows us into the next segment. We're going to review the fights we want to see in 2022 before we go on to add to that list and make a 2023 version. You get me?
Yeah, remind me.
So I'm going to run down the fights that we had on our list for 2022.
The ones that happened.
And we're going to talk about the ones that we'll say happened, or we'll say yay or nay or whatever, if it happened or not, yeah? All right, cool. So, starting off strong. Spence versus Crawford.
That's been 3 years on the list.
Didn't happen.
Nope.
I've then got lightweight, so 135 pound mix up.
None of them happened.
Did that happen? No. Shields versus Marshall. Tick.
One on women.
Taylor Serrano.
Yep.
Tick. Ben versus Avanesian. Didn't happen. Okoli unification.
Nope.
Didn't happen. Charlo Castaño 2. Tick.
Yeah.
Triple G and Demetrius Andrade against someone credible. So for Triple G, we can say it happened.
Yeah.
Tick. Demetrius Andrade didn't happen.
Did he fight anyone last year?
Nope.
Yikes. Yikes.
Fury versus White.
Yeah.
Tick. AJ versus Fury. Didn't happen.
Nope.
Boaty versus Yard. Didn't happen.
Yeah, it was going to happen, but yeah.
Yard versus Callum Johnson. Didn't happen. British light heavyweight mix-up. It happened in portions because we got Pitters versus Aziz.
Yeah.
Then we got Boaty versus Richards.
Yeah.
That was it, really.
Yeah.
So a little bit, a small part of it happened, but not all of it.
And then Yard that was last year. Yard versus Lyndon
Arthur. That was last. Yeah, that was
part two. That was last year. Okay.
Yeah. So to be fair, carried by the women. You know, we got some fights, but as always, listeners, boxing kind of let us down in terms of the fights that we wanted to see. Typical. So I think it's fair to say, obviously, a bunch of those. To be honest, I can't lie, Flores. I'm looking at this list. A bunch of I'm happy to reload for next year. So I'll put Spence and Crawford in there again for next year.
Hopefully.
Maybe for this is probably the last year I'm putting it on the list. I'm gonna put the 135 pound. I've actually changed. I'm gonna add to it. So I'm changing it from a 135/140 mix up.
Yeah.
Between all those two divisions. Now,
them same guys. We all ran up with them in Haiti.
Certain man ran. Certain man did this. Certain man went sideways.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
not
140 now. All of a sudden.
You're not running. You don't run.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll just include the 140 pound division now.
Yeah.
So I'm adding that back to the list. I'll be honest, Flores. I don't want to see AJ Fury. I don't care anymore.
I do. Still want to see it.
Okay, fine. You can put that on the list still. A Cody unification.
A Cody react pool. I'll say I want to see.
Yeah, you've been. You think Richard's ready for him?
Who knows? We'll have to find out.
Obviously, I want to see that fight. I'd like for them to flesh out their game a bit more, both of them.
That division is my issue. I've said my issue with the cruiserweight division. It's a dead division.
Yeah.
There's only a few people that I want to see fight.
Yeah.
So there's not much tune-ups or levels to step up to.
Yeah.
You might just fight.
Yeah. Okay.
And then move up to heavyweight if you.
Okay. Yeah. Still interested in Ben and Ava? No. I'm guessing. No. Yeah, me
think,
too.
I don't think I was really interested.
Don't really. To be fair, that was my thing. Yeah. Still want to see Andre against someone credible.
Andre should retire, man. He should. He's not doing anything. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know.
Obviously, Callum Johnson isn't going to happen because Callum Johnson's retired now.
But we want to see those light heavyweights still mixing.
Yeah, we'll still say British light heavy mix up, so including Boatti and Yard in that one as well. Okay. So, Flows, my 2023 list. Fights I want to add to that list. Fury Usyk.
Yeah.
Joyce Wilder. Yeah. New entry. Deontay Wilder.
Yeah. Listeners,
you know why. It's the unstoppable force versus the immovable object. Juggernaut versus the blob. That chin, that power, something has to give, Flows. I need to see what holds up. So yeah, I need to see Joe Joyce versus Deontay Wilder. That's the heavyweight fight I'm actually very excited to see. I don't think it's gonna happen, but if it did happen, I'll be very happy for that one to happen. You get me? So yeah, the 135, 140 mix up, British light heavyweight mix up, obviously. Inoue versus Fulton. I want to see that next year. Bivol versus Beterbiev. I need to see that next year.
Yeah.
This is a wild card, but I want to see Daniel Dubois versus Big Baby Anderson. but it, Flows, it. Why not? Why not?
It's not going to happen, but yeah, I would love to see it.
I actually think that'd be a sick fight.
I would love to see it. But it never happened.
And Big Baby, he's been talking. He's been saying he's ready for the. He said, feed me Dubois, feed me all of them.
Yeah. All them men have somehow been patterned shots at the world's titles.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
The boys gonna sit on that one, I know, because he's injured now, ain't he? So he's gonna sit on that. So we'll see.
Another one in the heavyweight. So I want to see Babbage versus Wardley.
Yeah. Won't happen, but might do.
See, Hearn don't. I'm sure Hearn won't mind.
Yeah. One of them got to give.
After seeing what Wardley did, his last fight, that's a cracker, bro. That's a cracker.
That's
what?
A
We barely saw Babbage this year, by the way.
Yeah, just the one time.
Just one time for him. Very, very inactive. Hope everything's good over there. And yeah, obviously Spence Crawford reality to the list. But yeah, that's my list kind of flawed. I don't know if you've got anything else you want to add, any other fights you wanted to see. Please feel free to add them. Yeah,
I would like to see. I said Fury AJ, of course. I'd still like to see AJ Wilder.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'd still like to see Wilder White.
Okay.
Wilder, I've flipped over to the Wilder side for Wilder v White.
Yeah.
I think Wilder might stop him. Wilder might stop him.
I don't even want, before even, I bet want to see that fight, but after seeing what White did in his last outing, I'm not ready to see a murder, I can't lie.
I'll be real, since Wilder's come back, these are the fights we wanted to see him in from before. Like you can't go back. You can't go back down to fighting super. Like you've had the Helenius one. We'll let you off there.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to stick around, you got to fight the big boys.
Yeah.
I will chuck in as well.
Okay.
Taylor Serrano too.
Okay. You okay? Yeah. To be fair, after what the first one gave us, why not? Yeah.
I want to see that.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see Harper v Jonas too.
Okay. You want Jonas to get back. That's fine.
The first one was a great fight.
Yeah.
And I think, it'll be even better now.
Yeah.
So I like to see that. The others I agree with. Spence Crawford,
standard
for sure. We still need to see that. I think that's the most for boxing fans anyway. That's the most.
That's the one I've been wanting the most.
Anticipated. Fury Usyk. Like to see, of course.
Yeah.
Bivol Beterbiev, of course.
That's huge now. That because of the year Bivol's had.
Yeah.
Bro, that one is huge. That one is huge. We need to see one name, one face in that division now.
Yep.
2 Russians as well. Makes sense for Russia. Yeah, man. I feel like that's the one to make. Yeah. Provided, obviously, Beterbiev gets through a tough test on January 28th. But it is. It is, bro.
You've got 1 minute only.
Huh?
It is a tough test. Yeah, you're right.
So you can't say nothing because we were so adamant that Josh Taylor was going to smoke Catterall.
Yeah,
and he went and got smoked. So you never, bro. This is boxing. Anything can happen.
I want Yard to win. I'll be real.
I would love Yard to do it. But yeah, shout out to Yard. I can't wait for that one. But Wilder Ruiz interest you at all?
Wilder
That's probably
Ruiz.
gonna happen next year, anyways. But
I think that's already lined up. I would say like Caleb Plant v David Benavidez,
yeah,
but I think that's lined up.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I didn't put that on my list. Yeah.
yeah, the ones that are already lined up, I think we should
enough.
see.
So, what do you reckon? We're gonna get 15% of these?
We'll get the women's fights.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll get Taylor Serrano.
For sure.
We might get Jonas Harper, I think.
Yeah.
The rest, I don't know.
The rest of the lottery. Boxing lottery. Fair enough. Cool. Let's go on to something a bit more fun. Well, I say a bit more fun. Flores, we've got to talk about the prospect watch list.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do, listeners, we're going to review the guys. Actually, I'll go through all the guys that we've had on our list
from last year.
Last year. And then we're going to review in terms of the year they've had, give them a quick grade if we can.
Yeah.
Etc. And then we'll go on to 2023 in terms of who we want to add to the list.
Yeah.
So, Jerron Ennis, Virgil Ortiz Jr., Shakur Stevenson, Rolly Romero, Xander Zayas, Keyshawn Davis, Big Baby Anderson, Vidal Riley, Johnny Fisher, John Hedges, Dennis McCann, Conor Benn, Sav Marshall.
We said them, man.
Yeah, we did. You actually added them to me.
Yeah. I think I'll say these. What did I say? What was my words?
No, you were saying, I want to add some Brits. I want to add some.
Okay, yeah. Some local talent.
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking. I might do something. Yeah.
Savannah Marshall, Frank Sanchez, Montana Love, Brandon Lee, and Ramla Ali.
Okay, yeah.
All right. So, we'll start from the top. I've got from the top here. Jerron Ennis and Virgil Ortiz Jr. They both had, they both getting D's.
Yeah, I was about to say C.
Both getting D's. I'll tell you why. Two of our favourite fighters, especially Jerron Ennis is my favourite fighters in the world. They fought once, both of them, this year.
Yikes.
For an up-and-coming prospect, because they're not there yet, they're still prospects, or up-and-coming contenders or whatever, for you to be fighting once a year is a joke.
Who did Boots fight?
Custio Clayton, the Canadian guy.
And Ortiz fought McKinson.
For both of these men who are still building their names, still working their way up, for you to be fighting once a year, Flows, inexcusable. I don't care about what happened, whatever. I don't care if there's injuries or whatever. Once a year is poor.
Yeah,
it's not good enough.
Stinker of a year for activity.
These are two. They're considered the two future of the welterweight division. Both of them. So for them to be fighting twice, bro, is poor, man. I mean, once poor.
But even the leading guys,
but the whole division's poor. Yeah, we know that division's poor, but forget what the leading guys are doing. You make your name. You get your name out there, and you knock guys out, etc. Which what you've been doing when you do fight. But you got to be doing it more than once, man. It's poor.
Yeah,
disappointing year for them.
We have said previously that these guys will be ducks.
Yeah,
they will be ducks. Like why would you fight them?
Yeah,
but at the same time,
I'm just comparing back to they had a much better 2021 than they did this year.
It's almost regression. It is regression.
They probably
the level of opposition.
Ortiz fought Kaviluskas and another brother. Was Mo Hooker that year as well?
Maurice Hooker, it might have been.
It might have been that year.
Yeah, it was.
So, but compare that to already a much better year.
And Lipinets, and who else did he fight? Was it
Lipinets and Dulome? Yeah. Much better already. Much better year than this year. So it's a poor
pick
year,
it up.
man.
2023, pick it up.
Got to pick it up, man. Pick it back up. You got to be fighting minimum twice. Really, as a prospect, 3 times, to be honest. Yeah. But minimum twice. So yeah, I gave those two D's. You see C, D, but yeah. Shakur Stevenson. It's a straight A, man.
Yeah, A. It's got to be an A.
And to be honest, Flows, I think we can take him off the prospect list now.
Yeah.
Because he's a champion.
Yeah. Unified
champion, that is.
Yeah.
He's made it. He's done. He's done what he set out to do. We called it. We said he's going to be and now he's coming to 135 then to take over that division. So for me,
no longer a prospect.
Shakur, he's graduated.
Yeah.
Alumni now.
He was back in the 2021 as well. Yeah.
We said early doors. Shakur Stevenson. Yeah. So
well done.
Hey.
If we can throw your hat in the air, man.
Brother, I'm happy to take him off the list, man, because he's done what he's meant to do.
So who did he smoke this year? Conceição,
Valdez.
That might be it.
That is it. Yeah, that is it.
And then last year it was Heron.
Yeah, and one more.
And the Japanese guy. Was the Japanese guy he fought?
Let me check.
I think it was some Japanese, Asian brother.
I'm getting. I've got it now. 1 second.
I think he won that by UD.
Oh, he smoked Nakafila.
That's him. It was him.
It was him that smoked Nakafila.
Yeah, it was. Oh yeah, it was not. It was him. Nakafila was running the whole fight. It was him that smoked Nakafila.
He smoked Nakafila. Yeah, it was him. Yeah, man, great year.
Yeah,
great year.
Yeah, Nakafila was surviving, and people weren't too impressed with because he didn't knock out Nakafila. Yeah, I remember it. All
right, Rolly Romero.
Yeesh.
F. Straight F, bro.
So
wait, let's this so. Fought once. No, forget that. Talked hella smack.
Yeah.
Took a bag of smack, yeah. Talked
He's just getting to commentary now.
Talked hella smack. Came, performed, and to be fair, he actually did all right.
Yeah, he was doing all right. He was doing okay.
But then got his ass knocked the hell out.
He was boxing better than he ever boxed.
I was so shocked to see him boxing by the jab, you know. He actually gave Trank some trouble.
Yeah, he was boxing.
But I'm sorry, it's a harsh game. Streets are cold.
5th round or
fifth round? Yeah, 5th. Yeah. Got his last knocked out.
Now he's kicks out the ski.
And then, and now all I see him do is tweeting and talking. Really,
yeah,
don't really
he kicks out the prospect list still.
In fact, I was gonna say, Flows, I think we should take him off of this. Because, I'll say why. Because to me, he's not the level required.
Yeah. he took his way in.
He's got kicked out.
I put him in because he's been talking a lot and there was that lightweight mix.
Yeah, he was in that mix and apparently he'd been sparring. And
he said he'd been doing this in sparring.
These men in sparring, yeah.
And at that time, he was knocking people out. Even though he was unorthodox,
he
was knocking people out.
Yeah.
And he was saying he's done this in sparring. And that's a good crop of lightweights. He's like, if you want to be in a mix, step in the ring with one of them and show us.
It's peak.
Yeah, he did. And
unfortunately, I'm taking him off, man.
Yeah,
he's not on my list no more.
Kicks out. Excluded.
Go rebuild. Horrible year. So the next bunch of guys, Zayas, Keyshawn Davis, Anderson, Riley, Fisher, Hedges, McCann. I gave them all Bs, because they all fought 3 times a year. Yeah. They all did what they had to do. They weren't like they weren't like massive step ups and that's, you know what I mean? Like they all beat opponents as a prospect. They were active. 3 times is good enough. Some of them they stopped in amazing fashion. Some they outboxed, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But the point is, they all fought 3 times. All got 3 Ws. Did what was supposed to do. They weren't title shots or anything like that.
Who were the names you just read off?
So, Xander Zayas, Keyshawn Davis, Jared Anderson, Vidal Riley, Johnny Fisher, John Hedges, Dennis McCann. All of them fought 3 times this year.
Done their thing.
And did their thing.
Did Dennis McCann get a title shot? Did he win a title this year?
I think he won like one of the interim belts, to be fair.
Yeah. So next year should be looking.
Next year is one I think he's going to challenge. He's good, McCann, actually. Let me. I'll call it here. Yeah. So no, he won. So he won. So the 3 times he fought this year, won WBO youth belt, and then WBC silver featherweight title, and then Commonwealth super bantamweight title as well. Yeah. So he won 3 minor belts.
That's what you need. Well, ignore the youth title stuff.
Yeah, but Commonwealth and silver title. Those are like the up and coming stepping stone belts. In it. So man,
I think a B's fair.
Huh?
I think
for that, if you fight 3 times a year and it's like the stepping stone fights kind of thing, B's fair. Like you're doing what you're supposed to do. Conor Ben. F.
Yeah. Huge F.
Huge F, man. Oh.
Who did he fight this year? He did fight though, didn't he?
He did fight. Algeria, no?
Algeria and Van der Heerden.
And Van Heerden, yeah. I think Algeria might have been the last.
Okay. Van Heerden.
Algeria was last. It would have been Van Heerden.
Was it someone else as well, or just Van Heerden?
We know
Van Heerden was talking.
Wait, you said Van Heerden was the one that said, "Oh yeah, he was hit me hard."
Yeah, I've never been stopped before. I knew something was up.
It's easy for you to say that now. I think it was Van Heerden. Algeria was the end of last year, so it was just Van Heerden. Obviously, took him out in 2, took him apart. But obviously, what transpired with the whole drug thing, with the Eubank situation, unfortunately, I think that relegates into a death, to be honest. Flows.
Yeah.
His career right now is on the crossroads, so it's been, I don't even know. What is going on, actually?
They submitted a 142-page something, I believe it's 142.
Yeah.
To the WBC.
To clear his name.
Damn. And then the BBBFC has a different investigation going on, so I'm not sure what they've submitted to them.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the same dossier as you said.
Peak.
But yeah, he believes he's cleared his name.
Yeah.
We'll wait and see.
Yeah.
But yikes, yeah.
Yeah.
And as well, even if he did fight, that's not the path you were trying to take. We didn't want to see anyway.
We said that we were sorry to get into that fight because it didn't make sense for both of them, man. Such a dumb fight to make. Happy they didn't go ahead in the end. Obviously, I didn't want it at the expense of him, but it was a crap fight, man. You know that. So, yeah, not a good year for him. We'll see what happens for him next year, but it's not looking good at the moment. But yeah, I think that's fair. Am I being too harsh there?
Yeah, it's what it is. He did have a good year. By any accounts.
Savannah Marshall.
She won one
and lost one. Funny enough, though, Flores, I gave her A-, you know.
Stop it. Stop it. A- for what?
No, because, okay, she won one,
yeah,
obviously, and then in a historic fight, she took the L,
yeah,
but it was still a historic fight. To me, it was fairly competitive.
Past 9.
All right, fine. B-.
Okay, B- I'll accept. I'm
happy to take
cool.
off the prospect list as well.
Yeah.
Because she's done what we said. She's champion. She became champion. Historic fight. Could have been undisputed. Didn't go her way. But if you talk about how she's raised her profile flows this year alone, she has massively.
Yeah.
She's the biggest she's ever been. That's why I don't think she had a terrible year. Cool, she chopped the L.
Yeah.
But she was a good dance partner for Carissa. So, and she'll come again. We know she'll come again. So
it was a good fight. She put her for women's boxing, definitely.
Yeah.
B- is calm.
All right, fine. I'll give B. A's too.
A-.
But yeah, I'm taking off the prospect. I think she's no longer a prospect.
Graduated.
She's here. Another graduate. Shout out to
2 graduates, 1 exclusion. Calm.
All right, I've got Frank Sanchez. I feel like I gave him like a C+ because
when he beat
I think he's only fought once this year.
Was it Jagba this year?
It might have been twice.
I can't remember.
No, Jabba wasn't this year. It was last year, bro.
He beat. Okay, yeah. I don't know who he fought. He's S4. I've seen him fight this year. Yeah.
Yeah. I got it here. He's fought. Oh yeah, twice this year.
Yeah.
So Christian Hammer in January, 1st of Jan, and then he knocked out a guy called Carlos Negron. Yeah. In October. I think that was on the Wilder return card actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe C+. Yeah, maybe C+, maybe, or twice this year as a prospect. I would have liked to see him a third time personally. But
how many fights has he had overall? It's 20s?
He's had 22 fights.
22 fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should be out the prospects.
But I feel like that. I don't know. I see Anderson making all the waves over there, and I feel like Sanchez had the drop on Anderson in terms of he was first.
But if they fought, who you backing?
Oh, to fight?
Yeah. If they fought, I'm going Frank Sanchez at the minute.
At the moment, I'm going. I think because he's more experienced, he's more seasoned.
Yeah.
I think Big Baby's a supreme talent, but Sanchez to me is more polished.
Yeah.
But I feel like Anderson's kind of overtaken him in terms of the name up there.
Okay, in terms of
I feel like Sanchez had that Jagba win was huge because Jagba was another big prospect over there.
Big Baby's with top rank.
Top rank, yes.
And
Sanchez PBC.
That explains it.
Yeah, that explains it. I'm afraid.
That explains a lot.
I feel like after a Jabba win, he's kind of regressed in terms of not him as ability as a boxer, but in terms of just his name
profile
out there,
and activity,
the activity kind of thing. So that's why I'm giving it a C+. But he's fought twice. He's done what he had to do. He's got 2 wins.
Yeah,
I want to see more from Frank Sanchez. I think he's very talented.
Yeah.
He's another one that I think is going to be avoided like hell.
Yeah, I think he is.
He's another one I think is going to be avoided bare. But I want to see him in the mix. Everyone's talking about Big Baby. But Frank Sanchez is also very good. Obviously, one's American, one's Cuban. So I guess being American helps. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Montana Love, D.
D,
man. Again, I think this guy's very, very talented.
Wait, who else did we give a D? Did we give D to someone else?
We gave a D to Anderson Ortiz.
Hey, it might be worse for Montana Love still.
Obviously, those were off the back of inactivity. But
they fought once. Montana Love fought twice, right?
Twice, yeah.
And he struggled the first one.
First one didn't look great, but got the W.
Yeah.
And then obviously this second one, obviously the disqualification counts as a loss.
Yeah.
They're still appealing that now apparently, but it's still a loss at the moment.
Did
on
you
his
get
record.
put down? You get dropped. Yeah, he got dropped.
He did get dropped, yeah. But to be fair, you saw he
did. Yeah,
he was outboxing the guy
Yeah,
the rest of the fight until obviously when the madness happened.
Yeah.
But as a highly rated prospect, you shouldn't be losing to this. You should be in that position, I don't think, to be getting DQ'd against a guy that you should be better than. So
was he cut badly as well?
I think he was. It was the eye. Remember, he was saying he couldn't see out the eye.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and it was a controversial DQ as well.
Yeah, it was a controversial DQ.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll accept the D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. But keeping you on the list because you can bounce back, but it wasn't the best year for him. All right, final two. We've got Brandon Lee. I've got C+ by his name here. I think he only fought twice this year.
And he got dropped badly in one, didn't he? But he won it.
Came back and smoked the guy. But yeah, it was a bad drop.
Yeah.
But I feel like again his last year was better than the year he's had this year. I feel like again, I think he's only fought twice this year.
Who's he with?
Brandon Lee. Isn't he Golden Boy? Is he Golden Boy?
I think so.
I feel like he might be. I feel like he might be the zone.
That makes sense.
Let me check. But again, in that one, because he's at 140.
Yeah.
In that mix of up and comers, his name ain't really mentioned like that.
Yeah.
He's not really talked about. I feel like the previous year, his name was. They were talking about. He was bubbling. So that's why I thought he hasn't had the best year overall to me.
That's true.
Obviously, I'm still happy to keep him on the list because he's still very talented. Again, he's dimensions-wise, he's huge for that weight class, actually. He's a big guy. But, yeah, I don't think he had the best year in that sense in terms of getting his name out there. Yeah, I'm trying to see who he's with. If I see on the zone, then... Yeah, I think he is the zone. I think so. But yeah, C+ by his name for me.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
And then lastly, we got Ramla Ali. I got a B next to her name. I think she fought 3 times again this year.
Yeah, she's done a thing.
Done it again. As a prospect, fighting 3 times is what you should be doing. Because I think people should...
4, I'd prefer still, but yeah, I think 4 should be the minimum, really.
Oh, for you, prospect.
Yeah. Just start knocking them off.
Yeah. I think listeners, for us, it's just you have to be able to get your name out there as a prospect, and that happens by fighting. You be off them, you be active, because you're not going to fight top level opposition each time. So it's not going to take out too much out. Well, it shouldn't take too much out of you, right? Yeah. Understandable if you're fighting 2 world title opponents, for example, so you can fight twice a year. But as a prospect, try and get as many fights as you can under your belt for the year, man. It definitely helps you. As we've seen so many times with boxers, inactivity really does kill.
Yeah.
Inactivity really stops hype trains and that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's so important to be active. But yeah, that's I guess that's the list. Boy, let's talk about who you can add to it for 2023, because I've got quite a few names here, Flows, that I want to add to my list. I suspect we're gonna have some of the same guys.
You got quite a few, you said.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay.
9. Okay, calm.
You got more?
Nah, less.
Okay. But some of the people might be
Yeah.
Boy, give me some overlap. So, do you want to go? You go first. You go first.
Okay, I'll say mine. I just thought of one as well, but I can't remember her name. I can't lie. I'll say Caroline Dubois.
Yes. Take that off mine. She's on
Adam
mine.
Azim.
Yep. He's on mine.
Frank Martin.
Yep. On mine.
Now, Ruben told me about this guy like 2 years ago.
Okay. Oh.
And I've been preying his career because I wanted to see it myself. Ashton Sylvie.
Okay.
I think he's actually signed with Jake Paul recently.
Okay.
But I'm seeing him being more active.
Yeah.
I think he's definitely still one for the future, but I want to get in early.
You said you would get in early?
Last time I kind of waited because Ruben said, I think we follow him on the thing.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
So he's on there. Do I want to put in Hamza Shiraz in there?
You can do.
Nah.
No, okay.
I'll wait till next year.
Wait till next year.
I'll wait till next year for him. And who's the Australian girl with the zone that's been rolled out every fight? What's her name? Not Ebony Bridges. The Australian girl. What's her name? It's gonna annoy me.
I'm not too sure you're on about.
The Australian girl.
Oh, wait.
What's her name?
I know you're on about. Because I've seen her IFL interviews.
Yeah, they rolled it up. But she's been super active. I think she's fought 5-6 times this year.
Let me see if I can find it.
What's her name? I like she's got a good following on social media. She fights well.
Yeah.
I think she's got a few stoppages.
Let me see if I can get it.
It's a beginning of H. Hope. Haley hates. Are you on the zones?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it on
Matchrooms.
Yeah.
What's her name? That's annoying.
Let me see if I can maybe Matchroom. She definitely sounds a Matchroom, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Matchroom shit. I'm on the Matchroom main page. Oh, they ain't separated by male or female. Okay, here we go. I'm just scrolling through the thing.
Yeah, come on.
Is it H?
I think so. I've completely gone blank. But they roll out in all the interviews.
Yeah.
She's got a good following. I think she might even be an Olympian.
No, it's not. Is she blonde?
Nah, she's brunette.
She's brunette. No, it's not Terry.
Sky Nicholson.
Yeah,
That's
Sky,
it.
yeah.
Sky Nicholson. Let me see her.
Yeah, hang on.
Yeah, Sky Nicholson. That's the one. I think she's been active this year. So when we're talking about activity, I think
it's her.
She's been active this year, and she wants to push on, and she's doing what prospects.
She was in the Olympics. You're right.
Yeah, Olympian. She's doing
5 fights this year.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what you want from a prospect. Yeah. So for that, you're on the list. You're on the list.
Nice.
And I think she's doing all the right things. So I'll chuck her in as well.
Okay. I've got a couple others.
Yeah.
I want to add. If I pick with women, I've got 2 girls I want to part because I also had Caroline in there, but 2 other girls that I'm looking at. Sebastian Fondora's got a sister called Gabriela Fondora.
Okay, I've seen her.
Who's currently 9-0, I believe.
Yeah.
She looks pretty good. So I'm in tune with her. She's exciting to watch. Kind of like her bro. But yeah. And then I'm adding Ellie Scotney onto the list as well.
Was she not on last year?
She wasn't. No.
She definitely was.
She wasn't. I listened back. She wasn't on it last year.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I've got my list from last year. I'm sure I do. Let me.
Are you sure Ellie?
She's definitely.
I don't. When I'm
definitely. Maybe she might even be on the 2021. Maybe.
When I went back to re-listen to, I doubt she was on 2020. Surely not.
No, she weren't. 2021.
I don't think she was.
That's crazy.
She might have been mentioned, but we said, she literally just started, so we might as well give her, because she's only had 5 fights, Ellie Scotney, till this day. She only had 5 fights. She wasn't on the list, bro.
She's not mentioned, no.
Nah.
Hey, she should be, yeah. That's why I didn't mention her. Let's put her. I thought she'd been mentioned. Ellie Scotney's been doing her thing, yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm putting it, yeah. I noticed she went on it, so I said, let me go add.
Okay, that's a huge oversight from our part. Anyway, we're still early.
So yeah, she's only, like I said, she's only 5 fights in, bro, so she's still mad early. She still counts. We can add her on there.
Okay.
So yeah, Gabby Fondora and Ellie Scotney are 2 other women I'm going to add on to there. Now with the men, again, like I had quite a few of the names you had, but also want to add Dalton Smith onto it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I know you're in tune with him.
Yeah.
He's good.
You just signed a new deal with Matchroom.
Yeah. Yeah, he's good. And then moving to America, there's 2 super middleweight guys that I've been looking at. One's a Cuban called David Morrell Jr.
Yeah. Tall.
You're thinking, so the other guy I'm going to mention is tall. Diego Pacheco.
Okay. I know David Morrell Jr.
I think he's about 6'1". Pacheco's about 6'4".
Okay.
Both of them are super middle prospects. But Morrell Jr.
I know
has
what he looks
basically
like.
He's got like 11 fights. He's had 11 fights under his belt, and he's already the regular champ.
Who did he fight this year?
He fought one Eastern European guy, and he's now got the regular belt.
Yeah, I'm sure I've seen him.
I
know him. Yeah, I do know him.
I'm sure
Pacheco, I'm not sure about.
Pacheco is another one. I think he might be De La Hoya.
Okay.
But He's another one that's like I said, super tall and 6'4".
Yeah.
Really rangy for that division, super middleweight. But yeah, no, Morrell Jr. 8 fights, 7 by KO.
Yeah.
He knocked out some guy in November to get the WBA regular super middleweight title. Some Kazakhstani.
I'm familiar with David Morrell Jr.
Yeah.
It's Pacheco, I'm not sure.
He's
I'm sure if I see him,
they're both young as well.
I'll recognize him.
Yeah.
I'll recognize him for some.
So those two in the supermiddleweight division look good. And then light middleweight, I've got a guy, Charles Conwell. I'm sure you probably heard of him. I don't know.
Charles Conwell.
Charles Conwell.
Where's he based? Who's he with? I've not seen him fight.
Charles Conwell. I'm trying to see who he's with. He was an Olympian as well from Detroit.
What division? I'll look out for.
Light middle. Yeah. 154.
Okay.
I'm trying to see if you might know anyone on his record. He beat Patrick Day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, knocked out Patrick Day. I think that's...
How many fights he had?
13. Oh, wait, no. 18.
What's
18
his name?
fights. Charles Conwell.
Charles Conwell.
Yeah.
I'll have a look. I'll see if I recognize
18
him.
fights, 13 by
I
KO.
feel like I should have.
Yeah, he went to the 2016 Olympics.
Okay.
Top rank, I believe he's with.
Okay.
Yeah, another young up and comer. Actually, the Patrick Day thing, he's the one that killed Patrick Day.
Maybe that's, you see, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he was the one that, Patrick obviously lost. We know he lost his life.
Yeah,
It was because of from that fight.
Yeah. Okay. I remember that now.
Yeah. So tragedy, obviously.
Yeah.
We remember that. I think we discussed that at length, didn't we? And that was when we were hating boxing when he died. But yeah, Conwell is good fighter, good prospect to look out for.
Conwell Day, yes.
So that rounds up my list. Those extra guys. Yeah, Ellie's definitely on that list now.
Yeah. So did we have people like Tim Tszyu on that? Or not? Anyway, we'll see. I don't
Obviously,
know.
you know the Charlo fight's been cancelled.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I don't know what's gonna happen with it. But obviously, Jamel is injured, so you see Tony Harrison saying he will step in. He's happy to step in.
But all these fighters say that. Tony Harrison, he was meant to fight. Wasn't he meant to fight and he didn't fight?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, guys like Tim Tszyu, like I said, there's guys that can definitely be on that list.
Yeah.
Guys like, as you said, Hamza Shiraz could be on there.
Yeah. I thought you.
But sometimes I feel like you need to see just a bit more. Tim Tszyu again, I'm not gonna. He can be on that list. But he's got a world title shot now anyway.
So you put people like your boy Fraser Clark, David Adelaide. Well, they're back there.
They got to show me something more. They still got.
Okay.
Yeah, surprised you ain't put Jake Paul on there.
That's one of the superstars of the sport. Talking about prospect.
Oh man, but yeah, another good crop of prospects. Good to see we've got 2 graduates.
Yeah.
One guy membership's been rescinded.
Hey, who was on it before? Jaime Munguia, was he ever on it?
I don't think we ever put Jaime on there. You know, I don't think we did.
Because he needs to get kicked out as well.
Yeah, stinker what he's done. What he's done. I don't know what he's ducking season over there.
Yeah, man.
Hella ducks. Hey man, a couple more awards we can give out, Flows. Still got time. Stuff like, I don't know, Bozo of the Year.
Ooh.
Or Most Improved Fighter or Breakthrough Fighter of the Year. Stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Do you have someone in mind for Bozo of the Year?
I think there's been a few bozos this year. Tyson Fury being one.
Yeah.
I think Conor Ben has to be in that mix as a bozo.
Yeah.
Ryan Garcia.
Teofimo might have to be on there.
Yeah, Teofimo might have to win it. You know, like you say, Teofimo is definitely there.
Yeah.
I think Chris Eubank Jr. just. But you find him. I find him entertaining.
I can't put. He's
I
hilarious.
find him entertaining. So I'll allow him.
I can't put on there still. I can't put on.
But
there.
his antics are funny.
Yeah.
I think Tyson Fury for the merry-go-round. He's led people on. Retired, not retired.
Yeah.
Deadlines here, deadlines there. I don't fight for money. I fight for money. Fights confirmed. Fights not confirmed. Yeah, merry-go-round. And this is outside of the ring stuff as well.
Yeah.
He's in the ring. He does what he does.
Yeah.
But the outside the ring antics have been nonsense. Teofimo as well has been a bozo this year.
Yeah.
That just not talk outside of the ring and is stinking in the ring.
Yeah.
Between them two, for me, I'm sure there's others. The duckers as well. We could chuck in Jaime Munguia.
Yeah.
For ducking.
Crazy. I'm happy to give it to Tyson. You know.
Deserves it.
I'm happy to give what offer it?
Deserves it.
I'm happy to give it to Tyson still because he's chatted a lot of smack this year, hasn't he? He's chatted a lot.
Yeah.
And the whole AJ situation was icing on the cake because we said this is what he's doing.
Yeah.
We said, by the way, this is exactly what he's doing and exactly what it turned out that he was doing. But it's just annoying.
The way he got rattled in that interview.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah, man.
Yeah, well done, Tyson.
Congrats, Bozo of the Year.
You earned it.
You've worked hard for it. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
Breakthrough talent. For me,
We've said a few of them already.
We've mentioned a bunch of them already. But I think Jermaine Ortiz, that performance against Lomachenko really stood out for me. That's a very talented kid.
Yeah. Out of nowhere as well.
Out of nowhere.
Never.
Instead, he was just given food for Loma and
Loma's sparring partner, apparently.
Yep. Food for Loma to just, have his way. And I'm seeing him piece up Loma in portions of that fight. So, a lot of the fight, actually.
Yeah.
So, he's definitely someone we can mention. Flipping Opataya, to be honest, because, again, came out of nowhere and did that to Bradis. That's a breakthrough talent straight away from the off.
Yeah.
So, yeah, one of those I'll be happy to give it to be honest, Flows.
Yeah. I'll shout out Franklin as well.
Yeah.
But White just looks finished.
Yeah. I was going to say, is that Frank or is that White just looking like
White
a dud?
looks finished.
Yeah.
But I was impressed with what I saw for Franklin. I didn't expect it as well.
The chap.
Because we were calling him. Remember, we were saying, you can't go for fighting Rydell Booker.
Fam. And then you saw that jab quick and you thought, ooh.
I was like, huh? Yeah. And obviously saw him in the build-up, looked composed.
And rocked White as well.
Yeah.
You don't forget that he rocked him too.
He did, yeah.
You rocked him.
It's good to see him in the build-up kind of thing. But
Opataya
didn't see an interview, never heard of him.
Bro.
Jermaine Ortiz.
I don't even know what Opataya sounds like.
Yeah, never did know a thing about so it's between them two, John Opataya and
Jermaine Ortiz.
Breakthrough talent.
Yeah, we won't even call it breakthrough talent.
Yeah, they can split
they
that
can
one.
share that one, yeah, for sure. Have you got anyone in mind for like most improved fight of the year?
Yeah.
Last year we talked about how Conor Ben got it.
I've got one. Because she didn't get female fight of the year.
You will give it to Natasha
I
Jonas.
think Natasha Jonas, because we talked about, no one really expected her to.
I think that's perfect, Flows. I can't
do what she's doing.
Yeah.
And she's doing it. So most improved, definitely to her.
100%. She's now etched herself as a world-class fighter.
Yeah.
In the women's game.
People are calling her out now.
Yeah.
Wanted to
100%. 100.
Yeah, like you see, Clarissa Shields wanted smoke with her.
Yep.
Harper wanted the rematch.
Yep.
And now she has options. And so shout out to Jonas. Most improved.
Definitely most improved. Happy to give her that for sure.
For sure.
She left with something.
38 as well.
38. She's from around the way, bro. She said she's leaving with something.
Yeah.
She's getting one award in the bag. Shout out to Tasha Jonas. Thoroughly deserved, man. She had a superb year. And I felt kind of harsh giving that award to Clarissa, but she definitely deserved to leave with something, for sure. What else? Trainer of the year?
Ooh. Trainer of the year. Who could we give that to? Who did we give it to last year?
I don't know if we did it last year.
We did. Who do you have in mind? I'm trying to
Trainer of the year. Who had a good year with his fighters?
Shane McGuigan have a good year?
I was going to say Shane.
I feel like a few of these
fighters.
Dubois grabbed the belt.
I think it's difficult because obviously a lot of these coaches have so many fighters under their belt.
Yeah. He's got Cody. Did Cody grab a belt this year?
No, he didn't unify this year.
Who did he fight? He fought one fight. Is that or was that last year?
Did he grab the belt last year? I think he grabbed the belt last year, no?
You sure?
Yeah, because he's been mad inactive this year.
He fought once this year, and I think that's when he grabbed the belt, no?
Really? Was it this year?
When did he get the Rolly?
I thought it was last year.
Okay, it might have been last year.
I'll check now.
It might have been last year. You're right.
I thought it was last year still.
But that's damning if you won the belt last year and you've been chilling.
Yeah, it was last year.
Yeesh.
March.
Yeah.
He's only fought once this year, and that was against the Cheslak guy.
Oh, damn. Damn, Cody. Dubois, it's hard. Who's been a standout trainer?
One isn't coming to mind for me. So I'm trying to think now.
Like who's been doing it across the board? Who's Bomac with? Terrence and
Shakur.
Nah, it's
Bomac.
Yeah, he's with. Is he with K-Sean? No.
Wait, doesn't Bomac train Shakur?
Nah.
Oh.
No, he don't, does he?
I thought he did.
Check. I'm bugging. I don't think he does.
Oh, maybe I'm bugging. Let me check.
Nah, I don't think he...
No, it's not.
He doesn't, yeah.
No.
We could... Actually, no, none of these men are fighting. That's part of the problem. None of these men are fighting because if you... What's his name? Who's Spence's trainer? What's his name?
Derek James.
Derek James. You could say, Charlo, but then he fought once. Spence fought once. Can't really give it to the man if they're not active.
Yeah. I think we did. We probably gave it to Eddie Reynoso last year, to be honest.
Yeah.
Probably did.
But because Canelo was moving mad.
Yeah.
Damn, so no trainer of the year now?
I mean, it could be Shane. You might have to just give it Shane.
Yeah, but Dubois, all I can think of was Dubois, Caroline, and Okoli fought once.
Let me see what else Shane's got.
Yeah, I can't.
Okay, he's got obviously Billen Smith, Okoli, Scotney, Robbie Davis Jr., Caroline, and Daniel.
All of them won this year.
Yeah, all of them unbeaten this year.
Shane can't win trainer of the year.
Has he got Azim?
Oh, he might do.
I think he might have Azim, you know.
I think he does.
Yeah.
Okay, he's got a good stable. He's got a good stable. Damn.
Yeah.
Who
It
from the
might
US?
have to be Shane still. Who's Bob Santos got? Let me see. I'm trying to think of anyone from America that we can throw in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think. But most of these men are trained by their popses and stuff.
Yeah.
Who trains Haney?
His dad, yeah.
Head trainer. All these men. Derek James, who's he got? He's got Frank Martin, Spence, and Jamel.
Yeah. TV, yeah. Derek James has got Frank and Jamel, which I guess obviously Frank has had a great year.
But yeah, it's just lack of activity lack of activity from most of these men. So
yeah,
it's hard to even give it to one.
Tony Sims.
Obviously,
he's got Joe Cordina, helped him get that world title. Obviously, Conor Benfin was a black mark, but he's got John Ryder, and John Ryder had that crazy year.
Yeah.
So Tony Smith potentially could be up there.
That's a fair point.
Yeah. Those two really.
Well,
I'm happy to give it to Shane. To be honest,
yeah,
by default.
Yeah,
he's got bare fighters. To be fair,
might even keep that award. Oh yeah, go on, Shane. You can have it this year, man.
Yeah, tough award though because it's down to the activity of the fighters,
Yeah.
but also a lot of these coaches because they train so many man. It's hard to keep up sometimes.
Yeah,
yeah,
and some and moving around and stuff like switching trainers. Yeah, I think the lack of activity from the top fighters this year is kind of
damn it. Yeah, let's so rounding up flows. I think those are awards we can give out and stuff like that. But
I want to say what's it called? Promoter or
promoter
good shout. Of the year.
Good shout.
If we're gonna do that, I think if we look at what's it called, we've got Top Rank, Bob Arum, Queensberry, Frank Warren, Golden Boy
with the Zone, and then obviously Matchroom,
Eddie Hearn, PBC, Sky with Boxer,
with
For me, I'm thinking ESPN, Top Rank.
Okay. I like what Ben Shalom has done.
Some stinky pay-per-views.
I say, pay-per-view.
They started the year terribly, man.
I say that because, I'm looking at it more of the case of, obviously, Sky they suffered a massive blow.
Yeah.
When Hearn up and left. They got him out of there. He Hearn left, took basically all the stable with him.
Yeah.
That's a huge loss for Sky. They commit, so obviously they partner with Ben Shalom, who is new, seen as a rookie in the game. Bit of a risk for them because Shalom wasn't established, but they backed him in his stable. And yes, they started off the year very stinky, but I see it as learning curve. You get into the game, they're sort of trying to iron out all the kinks, trying to, it's new for them. We've seen they took the criticism on board and they've worked on their setup and their pay-per-views, etc., and their cards. And it has improved towards the end of the year. In fact, not even towards the end, from the middle of the year, it improved, I'd say.
Yeah.
and they've been able to grow. And to be fair, we're quite enjoying what they're doing with Sky at the moment now, I'd say.
I think they've built a good stable. I don't think their cards have been the best. I think they've done well with it. So they made Khan Brook happen.
Yeah.
Good on them. They made Shields Marshall happen.
Yep.
Good on them. But the undercards across the board haven't been great. What they have been doing is their fighters have all been active.
Yeah.
I
like the activity of the fighters.
But the main events haven't been great. The undercards haven't been great. I think next year will be
I still think it's a work in progress, obviously.
Yeah, I think next year will be... I think it's a good time to run over to Sky because also they've delivered for people like Jonas.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think they're going to deliver for their fighters. So definitely liking what... They've improved quickly in a year.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
They've had to, but it's been a good improvement. At first, I'm there thinking this is a car crash. Boy. But, yeah.
The reason why I say top rank
on,
in ESPN is because I think they really are delivering for their fighters.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, they pipped Evan Haney.
Shakur and
Shakur. What's his name? Tyson Fury is basically with they've got champions. They're making fights happen.
Okay. Yeah.
They're doing their thing.
Yeah.
I'm liking what I'm seeing. PBC stinker.
I mentioned them.
The Zone have done their thing in the sense of they've had big cards. They've got Canelo. They've got AJ. They've got Katie Taylor.
Yeah.
They're going to do what they do.
Yeah.
But the other cards have always been good with Matchroom. I think it's just a downward step to what they've done on Sky because of the difficulty they've had.
Yeah, okay.
But I think ESPN, when I've tuned in, I think I enjoy the commentary as well.
It's a commentary for you, isn't it? It's Tim Bradley and
I enjoy...
And you like Andre Ward giving his analysis,
I think ESPN have a good package where...
Okay.
And because it's on Sky, so they've got to deal with Sky as well.
Yeah, okay.
I think ESPN have got a good system there, and I've liked what they've done this year.
Uncle Bob, you know.
I think they deserve it, you know.
Yeah.
They're undisputed here. What's his name? Shakur's on the way to clearing up the division. David Haney's on the... These are guys who are active. Tyson Fury piecing up everyone.
Yeah.
They've probably got the best fighters.
Best stable, you reckon, yeah? Yeah.
Might have the best fighters.
Look at, obviously, they've got... Let's say they've got the 135-pound division on lock. 140 is a bit of a lottery right now.
Isn't Josh Taylor with them as well? ESPN, he is.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Yeesh.
Obviously, 147, they've got Crawford as their big bargaining chip.
But Crawford's a free agent now, isn't he?
Oh yeah. He's with Blacks. Yeah, he's in Prime Blacks.
He's a free. That was a one-fight deal.
Oh,
so
okay.
He's a free agent.
Okay, so they don't have any piece at 147 at the moment, but they did have a major piece up until the end of this year. 154 is PBC. 160 is a lottery.
That's a stinky division.
Do they even have any players in that division? I don't think they do really.
Who's it? I don't even know who.
What the players are? Triple G, Demetrius, and Jamal.
Don't fight.
But yeah, they've got good. Top rank have got good stable.
Yeah,
I can't deny that. Yeah. No, I can give it to Uncle Bob.
Yeah, I think what they delivered for Devin Haney, him having to shift over, delivered it, and they're going to deliver it Lomachenko as well.
Yeah, I can give it to Uncle
They
Bob.
got Loma.
They do deliver for their fighters.
Yeah.
Obviously, I know Crawford.
Apart from Crawford, they didn't.
I know Crawford had issues with them, obviously.
But that's because of PBC.
Yeah.
PBC
but overall, they do tend to deliver, and their fighters do fight and are active. So, yeah.
You got Tiafimo.
But for me, Ben, it's a good start for you guys. If you guys go from strength to strength, you can see something. I'm seeing the improvement, so it's good having all these players. I guess.
I think Sky are gonna have a big year next year.
Yeah, they've set up right, haven't they, for them to have a good year, a big year. Okay, cool. Yeah, promoter of the year, Bob. You've been doing it for 100 years, so boy, you
at the 10-year-old age of 92.
92, you know, crazy. Yeah, Flows. Let's as a whole though, this year, 2022, for boxing. What are your thoughts on it? Really, has it been a stinker for you or?
It's been an odd one.
Down.
I think women's boxing,
shining light, right?
Yeah, bravo to them. They've done their thing, lifted up the sports, dragged it by its heels.
Yeah,
men's boxing has stunk. They've not fought. They've just Twitter back and forths.
Yeah,
talking about how much money they make. How much followers they have. fights not being stinker for men's boxing, women's boxing, brilliant. I hope it keeps doing it. Hope the men can follow suit. And people have been allowed to duck in men's boxing. Yeah. It's tale of two halves.
I'd say it's up and down this year for me, boxing wise. I've seen some great fights. There'll always be some good fights, but it's been so typically frustrating again in the fights that weren't made and the fights that were all talk and no action kind of thing. I'm trying to compare it to last year, whether it's a better year last year. I might be inclined to say that this year's been a bit of a step down for me compared to last year. But, from the men's side anyways. Yeah. Not the women's side. Again, the women's has gone strength for strength. It's better than last year. But on the male tip, I think it's been a bit of a step down compared to last year. I just don't want to see any more ducks. I don't want to see any more cherry picks and you talk, and then it doesn't happen. It's frustrating. It's jarring. It's rubbish for the sport and for the fans.
Duck season right now, man.
Yeah, man. Duck real. I'm happy Regis is getting onto JCR because serious ducking over going on, man. It's annoying. But yeah, we love the sport, bro. We're always here every year, every week, dropping episodes, etc. So we can hate it, but at the same time, we love it at the same time. So it is what it is. We're used to it now, I suppose.
Yeah, it's boxing.
I would say probably this year, though, I don't think it's been as controversial judging-wise compared to last year. I thought last year there was way more controversial judging.
I think luckily we've been seeing sometimes the right result and bad judging.
Bad judging, but right result, yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe the result's controversial and then a few judges kind of ruin it. But yeah.
Yeah.
Overall,
it's been a slightly better year for judging. Like last year, I thought that it was way worse judging, but yeah.
I think the Carroll one is the standout, horrendous one. But yeah,
crazy.
We go again for 2023, bro.
Hey man, we go again for 2023, man. You know what we will be. Strap boys will always be ready to touch on the latest boxing subjects.
Yeah. Thank you for rocking with us for another year.
Thank you guys. Honestly, we appreciate it so much. And next year again, we're gonna go from strength to strength and bigger and better, really. More studio sessions, more guests, etc. It's gonna be wavy, man. But yeah, man, this sounds off the year-end review, 2022 Strap Season Boxing Review. Once again, I've been your boy Cam.
I'm your boy Flows.
And make sure you rock with us next year, guys. Peace.
You take it a strap. I'm strapped up.
What was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.